What's up, y'all? I kept pushing the time back. My bad for pushing the time back. My sister's over here. And my sister is my best friend. So, y'all don't like it? Tough. Hold on. Where is it? I'm trying to get my other light. I keep forgetting. It was suggested that I get some more light. And I do have more light. I'm gonna get the side light. Let me get the side light now. Hold on, y'all. I don't be thinking about this shit until I see myself live. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I did say I was gonna do that. I did say I was gonna do that, so I'm gonna do it. Anyway, today, let me go to my other, where is it? Today, we are going to talk about, we have a very, very, very important special message for you today. We're going to talk about the false origins of hip hop. And what do I mean by false origins of hip hop? False hip hop origins. What I mean by that? When they try to go around and talk about, okay, b-boying is hip hop, this and that is hip hop, and they do everything but talk about the music, that's what we call false origins of hip hop. They're trying to create things, you know? Then when they say, well, what about Kool Herc? You say Kool Herc was doing what niggas are already been doing with the so-called merry-go-round style and cutting a beat and the break beat. The break beat has always been a part of Black American music. Let me turn the music down. Hey, can y'all see me better? Is them lights working? Is the lights working? You motherfuckers working? Is that good? I'll turn my fucking fan up. It's hot as hell in here. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that, and then so this is what I'm gonna do with this is what I'm gonna do today. We're gonna talk about some things that's been going on in hip hop. We're gonna talk about let me tell you what spurred this discussion. It was a few things. The first is I was gonna do this last Sunday, but last Sunday I ended up having like a lot of fun partying, so I didn't come live with y'all. This was supposed to be last Sunday's topic, first off, because it's in response to the BET night, the Roots picnic that we had that they had at the Hollywood Bowl last week, and I saw all that beautiful music, Arrested Development, Common, the Roots, Diggable Planets, MC Light, Rage, Yo-Yo. I mean, the list just went on and on. Queen Latifah, and as I sat through that show, I was like, I don't see no Jamaican influence on where the fuck is the Jamaican influence on this show? I was looking for it, y'all. I was like, where is the Jamaican influence? Because it wasn't no break beats. It was actually a full-on band playing. I did not at all. Diggable Planets, Arrested Development, the Roots, the Far Side, Yo-Yo, Rage, MC Light, Moni Love, Queen Latifah, and I'm missing some acts. But it's about 11 to 12 hip hop acts. Nobody b-boyed. There was not one time the whole show anybody. Matter of fact, the way we was partying, if somebody got on their ass and b-boyed, I probably would have stomped them out. Like, if you don't get your corny ass up, nigga, and dance, fuck are you doing, homeboy? This is what I mean. This what we was doing. See that? Come on now. MC Latin with Black Sheep. Will I Am was up there. This was last week's show that I was at. This is where I was last week. And this was Thursday's conversation. I'm at this hip hop concert and I don't see any Latin influence. I don't see any Jamaican influence. Now I see some, like Pete Rock was there. He's a Jamaican rapper. When we didn't find out he was Jamaican until about 5 years ago or 2 or 3 years ago. But he wasn't rapping in patois. And then I heard people, I put up a post the other day where I put up the part where Arrested Development played. Let me see if I can find that video where Arrested Development played. Let's see if I can find that video where they played. Because I played some Arrested Development. And because I played Arrested Development, I was saying there's no Jamaican influence. And I had people come back to me talking about the song Everyday People and saying, hey, there's Jamaican influence in hip hop right there. The guy was speaking patois in that one line of that one song. I said, no, that's just a nigga speaking patois. I hear nothing. I'm gonna let this roll until I find. Look at that, nigga. And so I was like, anyway, man, that shit groovy, ain't it? That shit's groovy right there. Nigga, Queen Latifah, come on, man. That's a goddess of music right there, boy. You want to hear God rap? Listen to Queen Latifah. I love that woman. Looking for the song. But like on the song, on that part, on the part Everyday People, when they go, oh, la, 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 I'm like, look, that's just a line in a song where a nigga was speaking in Farsi. Nigga, that's what we was on, y'all. This what we was on, y'all. This what we was on, y'all. Nigga, this shit was fucking amazing. You hear that groove? I'm still looking for the Jamaican influence. As I find this video I'm looking for. But I'm looking, do y'all, chat room, help me. Chat room, help me. Do y'all see Jamaican influence? Chat room, do y'all see Jamaican influence? I don't know. It could be me. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I'm blind. Am I missing something? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need everybody in the entire stadium. Say yeah. Say yeah. Say oh yeah. Oh yeah. Say oh yeah. Come on now. Yo, we are Arrested Development here with the Mighty Roots crew. How y'all feeling out there tonight? Yeah, I need some time.
Ease my mind, I need some time. Ease my mind, my shit.
Ease my mind, I need some time.
Nigga, what?
Ease my mind, just a little world that I don't know.
Nigga, what?
Between my mom's hips, I call her by her hands because she understands it's that Sir got on. Feel it if you do. Beautiful heaven awaits. That's the poem I wrote for the first time. I saw a man with
Look at this.
no money, no blankness, the window.
I'm looking for the Jamaican influence.
Humans playing the instruments. Fuck all that.
Talk to us. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Before we get to this part, so I said that because they were saying Arrested Development because Arrested Development was a Pan-African group. First off, I want y'all to know, Pan-Africanism is Black American. Booker T. Washington was doing that before Marcus Garvey. It was Booker T. Washington that invited Marcus Garvey to America to even discuss his Pan-Africanism. So let's start off by that. And yes, we generally, a lot of Black Americans, especially me, a decade ago, was most definitely Pan-African until you realize that relationship was a one-way communication. And I'm not cool with that. Pan-Africanism is reciprocal, not a one-way thing. Listen to this.
Nobody. We gonna see it again.
That nigga right there, boy, playing the guitar with the Roots, boy. But I'm looking for like Jamaican influence. This is the blues. This is the Roots. Nigga, this is the blues right here. He's doing straight George Benson. Do y'all see any kind of Caribbean influence here?
Right.
That's the 12 bar blues,
There we
nigga.
go. Take it to the blues.
Come on now.
12-bar blues. There we go.
Question. How did the 12 bar blues fit so well in a hip hop concert? Why did they not break out into a salsa solo? Chat. He could have broke out into a he could have broke out into some Afrobeat. Do. He could have done any of that. But guess what would have happened had he changed to those rhythms? The artist would have been like, what? The fuck this nigga playing? Like, it would have been a cool reaction. Don't get me wrong. It would have been a cool reaction from the audience. It would have been a cool reaction. But it wouldn't have got that kind of reaction. This was the intermission. I'm looking for the Jamaican influence. This was the intermission at the Hollywood Bowl. Where I'm looking for the influence. I can't find it. I cannot find the influence. Chat room, help me out. Of course, it's LA. We had to play We had to play this LA anthem during the break. Look at the white boy. Look at the white boy. Look at the white boy. This is the intermission right here. That's how we get down in LA. That's how we get down in LA. I'm looking for the look. This is why I'm doing this show. I'm doing this show today because I'm doing this for my chat room. I know I be tripping. I know I get accused of playing it one way and all that. So maybe chat room, maybe I'm tripping. Can somebody in the chat room, is there any point at any of these videos I'm showing you of this all hip hop night at the Hollywood Bowl? I'm looking for the influence. Man, West Coast was nigga. Come on, Rage. See a live band? Come on now. Come on now. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm looking for it. 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 Can't find it. Can't find it.
Come on now.
Come on, y'all.
Yes.
Come on now. I'm looking for it. Now you know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. Let's look up the definition of influence. Okay? Influence. The power or capacity of causing an effect in an indirect or intangible way. Roasted slope. This is a red blend. Grenache and Pinot. California Central Coast, Andrew Murray Winery. Hey, before I even get into it, please help y'all. This winery is right where that fire is going on by where Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch is. It's a fire over there right now. So one of my favorite wineries is in the line of a forest fire. I'm going to need y'all to send your prayers out to the Fox and Vineyard Trail and Andrew Murray Winery. I love my wine up in that direction. We done almost got burnt out back in that Thompson fire. I ain't trying to have my wineries burned down now. So I need y'all to send a prayer to my favorite wineries on the California Central Coast. They burning like a motherfucker up there. Kind of like me right now. I'm hot. Back to what we talking about. Let's go back to the definition of influence. The power or capacity of causing an effect in an indirect or intangible way. So, if there is a Jamaican or Latin influence on hip hop, that means you have to cause some sort of effect. What effect from Latin culture, from Jamaican culture, has left an indelible mark on hip hop? I didn't say what effect did somebody that may have been born in Jamaica that was acting like a black American may not have had. When you say having an effect, that will mean language from your culture becomes a part of the lingua franca. Look up the word lingua franca. Matter of fact, you don't look it up. Let me look it up for you. Let me look up lingua franca. Lingua franca is a point of reference when it comes to, if you did a research paper in college on how to source how a culture is traced from one land to another, the lingua franca and the language is a part of that, is one of the points of references. So I don't want no fucking Wikipedia. I need a real definition. Here we go. Lingua franca is a common language consisting of this. This is something that was this was the original version was a common language that was talked between the Spanish, Greek, and Arabic. Really, what it is any of various languages used as common or commercial tongues amongst a diverse group of people. So what that means is you have to have some kind of contribution to that language. And all of these other diverse ethnic groups do have language that is completely different than Black American vernacular. They use words like bumbleclot, they roll their R's, they soften their T's, they do all kind of shit, have all kind of other words, boricua and all that, bodega and all that shit. And outside of a couple rappers using it in a song here or there, none of those Jamaican words, none of those Latin or Puerto Rican words became a part of the lingua franca or the lexicon of hip hop. The lingua franca of hip hop is all words created by Black Americans. Words that adopt 5% nation principles. Peace to the gods. Now you can easily point to the 5% nation, because even people like Busta, I don't know if Busta was a 5% or not, but whether you were a foundational Black American or not, and you were part of that 5% nation of gods and earth, you have a common language that entity birthed into your music. You dig what I'm saying? So back to the definition of influence. The act or power of producing an effect without an apparent exertion of force or direct exercise of command. Okay, where? You would have to show me what that act was. What was the act? And if you say the act was breakdancing, but then you turn around and say the breakdancers, the original breakdancers were Black, that means you didn't influence shit. All right? You just did what you saw other niggas doing. Again, you melded and molded into the culture. In order to influence something, you have to show what you influence. And everything that y'all say y'all did, everything that y'all think y'all did, Black Americans can point to somebody who did it long before y'all did it. So that is the undeniable proof you have no influence. And it's funny too, because that's Black American right there, what we just saw. We just saw some good old Black American shindigging right there, didn't we? Didn't we? We saw some good old Black American shindigging. Let's juxtapose that to this other shit I saw last night. I went back to the bowl last night, and there's more Black American culture on display. Because when we talk about influence is showing where you have a mark on another culture, and that culture adapts what you did. I'll show you some Black American influence. Last night, where do I want to go first? Last night, do I have the? Come on now, do I have the right one? No, this okay. Yesterday and last night, man, I thought I had the. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm gonna start with this. This is influence. I went to 2 concerts yesterday. The first one was here at LA County Museum of Art. I love going to see Latin jazz. So I'm not somebody that's just talking out my ass. You dig what I'm saying? I'm there. I was there. Nigga, I actually go to Latin concerts. I know Latin music very well. And I know what y'all sound like. And this is what y'all sound like. This is where I was yesterday, live in person. Now let me show you the Black American influence right here on this very stage. You see that electric guitar? Yes, that's a Black American instrument. You cannot see, but the guy that's playing the timbales in the back, below, he also has a kick drum. The kick drum drives the song. That's Black American influence. That's me showing that creations that Black Americans made and the chords, the harmonies. This is a session of, this is right here a genre of music that got his melodies and his harmonies from none other than this man right here, Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker, Bird and Dizzy. Those what we now know as Latin jazz or salsa. It gets its melody and harmonies. Look at Bird with that joint in his hand. Look at Bird. Black Americans, you better know who the fuck these people are. If you don't know who these two are, shame on you if you think you know music. And shame on anybody from the diaspora trying to tell Black Americans where we got our culture from. If you don't know who these two are, if you in my chat room and you a Latino or Jamaican that's mad at what I'm saying, and you don't know who these two cats is, fuck off. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, with the illest of intentions. With the illest of intentions. You want to know style, like when it comes to Black American culture is style? Look at this. If you don't know the fuck this is, get out of my chat room. If you wanna get mad at me and what I'm saying, if you want to get mad at what I'm saying, if you don't like what I'm saying and you don't know who this cat is, fuck out my chat room. Hey, mods. If anybody come up in here, because I ain't really been paying too much attention to the chat. I ain't really been looking. But anybody want to come up here talking shit, saying I'm lying, and they can't name this man within 2 seconds of being asked, they can get ushered the fuck out this chat room. It was these guys that created the melodies and the harmonies of what will become Latin jazz, salsa. And you see how Bird and Monk got those same glasses? These cats came with those thick brim glasses. That was the bebop style. Talking about hip hop. But we've always created styles of dress along with our music. When they was doing it with bebop, they came with them thick brim glasses and double brim suits. Nigga. And this just a few of the people. This just a few of the people. If you want to go deeper, I got my 100 Years of Black American Music History course that's right now available for you right now on DewanB.com. If you really want to know the history, you got to get my course. You got to know who this is right here. If you don't know who this is and you want to doubt my gangster when it comes to this music, get the fuck out of here. Because you wasn't there. You wasn't there. You don't know who this is? And you want to talk shit about what I'm saying? Nah, homie. Let's get a better picture of him. Chick Webb. Because when Machito got with his Afro-Cubans, when Machito created what we now know as a salsa sound, when Chick Webb died, Machito came from Cuba and hired Chick Webb's whole band. Did you know that? I'm over here juxtaposing what influence is, what they claim versus what we are. These were your guys, your first salsa band in the world. Say hi to the horn section of the world's first Latin jazz salsa band. Right there. That's Chick Webb's band. They worked with Dizzy too. When Dizzy did his big band, they worked with him too. But when they worked with Dizzy for a while, but when Machito came to America, he hired Chick Webb's band to be his horn section. So I'm over here juxtaposing what influence really is. This is influence. This is Machito right here. Look at them brothers in that band. Machito right here on a mic with the maracas. And then the man playing the hand drums, that's his brother. Everybody else is Black American. Everybody else. This is the first salsa band to ever exist. You got Machito, Cuban, his brother, Cuban, and the rest of these is niggas from the Carolinas and from the Midwest. That's influence. The first, not years later, and they were doing something on top of that. They were doing something that had never been done before. Kool Herc was doing something that DJ Faze was doing in the projects right over in Queens. I already told you before, Jocko Henderson used to isolate break beats and jazz and rap over them. Jocko Henderson was doing that. Jocko Henderson was doing that. Nigga. Like, what? Well, I don't want to get a strike. 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 Go into Jocko Henderson. Just Google Jocko Henderson Rhythm Talk and search for yourself, okay? I don't want to get a strike. I don't want to get a strike. I don't want to get a strike. That's influence, though, homie. Homie. Oh, while we here, go to thewannabe.com. Visit the shop, y'all. Got some products for sale. We have, and somebody emailed me about, I don't know if you listen to, somebody emailed me and I never respond to the email about getting V-necks for the women. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some V-necks, some more women cut t-shirts. I will do that. You can get your card reading. You got my courses going on right now. My cardology reading class. It's not gonna start July 21st. I'm gonna push the starting date back. I got my 100 Years of Black American Music History course classes where I go in depth on how bebop created the rules for hip hop. on the blues and its influence on hip hop. The late 60s. This is some shit you're going to want to get and teach your kids, all right? It's very, in this course, I gave you further reading and deeper levels of information in the course. Far deeper than I can go on YouTube because, hell, YouTube don't even let me play the fucking music for you. So if you want it done right, you got to enroll in the course, all right? And then you can go to Breakthrough Cards. I got pre-recorded readings that are coming also from my card reading course, business book right now at breakthroughcards.com. You dig. Get that. Them damn these relationship courses, these relationship sessions I'm doing right now, they hidden. They are hitting right now. Got about 6 clients right now. I got space for 4 more. I only have space for 4 more people in the relationship for that because those take a lot of time. So I only got 4 more slots. You going through some struggles in your relationship, you want to get that shit talked out, hit me up, you dig? Or just with yourself. All that's going on right now at DewanB.com, breakthroughcards.com and all that shit. So we back at it. We talking about, and then follow the Patreon. Because on a Patreon, if you're on Patreon, you get the music history course. If you're part of the Patreon hip hop level and up, you get the music course. So that's available for those you over on Patreon, all right? Save my winery, please, y'all. Come on, forest fighters, get them. My winery's about to burn down. Shit. Damn. Here they go. Let's see what the news say. And we're going to get back to it. Look at this. It said California is in the path of this massive blaze. 0%. Nah, y'all got to fix this shit, y'all. Y'all got to fix this. Because if my winery burned down, I'm kicking somebody's ass. Let's say, let me see. Man, hell no. Y'all better stop this shit. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting sidetracked. God damn it. Anyway, back to what we talking about. So, let me get off my bougie ass wine shit. Let me get this nigga off stage. Oh, that's why I'm up. Cause we're about to transition to Ryan Garcia. I'm glad I didn't mean to have that image up, but I'm glad it's up. Because I want to transition to all of this hip-hop talk. Hip-hop has created 50-50 blacks and Latinos. Where are the Latinos? Where's Fat Joe? Where's Crazy Legs? Ryan Garcia, a Latino, had extremely vulgar anti-black words, talking shit to black Americans. Why is people like Fat Joe and Crazy Legs only around when we partying and never when we plighting? I did say that word correctly, plighting, when we're in the middle of our plight as black Americans. Why are they never around? Why are they never around when we going through some shit? Jamaicans, where y'all at? I want to hear y'all say, my Jamaican brothers are here for you. Where y'all at? If you want to, y'all love putting y'all culture ahead of ours when it's time to party. Where's all this culture first shit when it's time to deal with the real shit? Where is it? That's why we as black Americans call bullshit on y'all trying to get in our culture. Because when it come down to it, y'all ain't got nothing to say. So we calling y'all out just like we call our own out. Owns like, I called him out yesterday, I'm going to call him out again today. Because this nigga Floyd Mayweather love being a fucking gorilla and a monkey in front of white folks goddamn showing all of his cash, showing all of his money, and money this and money that. And when Devin Haney got beat, it was this motherfucker that was being the main one. He is the person that told Ryan Garcia to come in overweight. He helped the other side. That's what Floyd Mayweather did. Floyd Mayweather helped the other side. He helped Ryan Garcia. He taunted Devin Haney after the loss. And then now it's time. People are questioning, hey, what did you have to say about people are like, yo, Floyd, Ryan Garcia said that bullshit. What you got to say? I'm going to play it for y'all. I'm going to play it for y'all. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go.
So up to him how far you want to go. Mel is Jamel.
Bit of yourself, something.
No, that's not it. That's not. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. Let's go to let me see here.
Now more updated.
Not that. Here it is.
Oh, no.
This is Floyd's reaction.
Ryan had a big.
Floyd been quiet. He was promoting Ryan Garcia, and he's not even Ryan. Here's the worst part about it. He's not even Ryan Garcia's promoter. He's not even Ryan Garcia's promoter. And this is Floyd this is Floyd right here. After the Ryan Garcia fight, before the races ran, this is Floyd.
On here with you guys right now.
Pounds overweight.
Well, with me on here with you guys right now, I believe that they're going with the New York Commission. There's huge problems with the WBC, the New York Commission, and certain things, I can't speak on because I'll fuck around and get a lawsuit. So I have to be very, very careful, fighter. I can't speak for nobody else. Started, rammed them, blood in your intestine, and everybody had a problem with me.
This is basically
bringing that to the table.
Absolutely. That when I asked a few people, they was like, well, people don't always want the blood to be drawn.
Let me see.
I don't really know.
Basically, what you see is a long response. That's not the response that I wanted. That's not the part I was looking for. Was it this part?
Well, with me on here with you guys right now,
let me see if this is
I believe that they're going with the New York Commission. There's huge problems with the WBC, the New York Commission, and certain things, I can't speak on because
no, that ain't it. That ain't the part that I'm looking for. Let me see here. Was it? I saw what's his name had it. What's that nigga name? What's that nigga's name on here? Oh, here it is. This part right here about Dante's Boxing Nation. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Dante's Boxing Nation. Don't give me a strike, Dante's Boxing Nation. I want y'all to go over to Dante's Boxing Nation. His channel is really good at giving you updates as to what's going on in the world of boxing. So this part I want. This is a video. This is radio right here. This is Floyd right here talking. He juxtaposes some shit Floyd was talking a couple years ago about race to this. This is Floyd right here. And I got this from Dante's Boxing Nation. Fair use.
And I mean, yeah, do racism go on within the sport of boxing? Absolutely.
You know, Ryan had a big 4th of July week himself. I don't know if you got a chance to see how his Twitter feed was going.
Oh, no. You're not going to get me involved in that. That's not my thing. I'm here to talk about Camille. I'm here to stay positive, talk about Camille, what my fighters do, and about me helping my fighters, and me being positive, talking about family, on Mayweather promotions, and that's what I'm here to talk about. Something negative, I don't have nothing to do with it.
That was Mayweather's thing. On one hand, Mayweather, he acknowledges race in boxing.
Do racism go on within the sport of boxing? Absolutely.
Let's talk about it. This was from a few years ago when he was promoting the Tank Davis Cruz fight. And he was talking about racism from the point of view of it, hindering business within the sport of boxing with black fighters. So this is Floyd talking race and using race when it pays for him, when it plays for him, when it's to his advantage. This is Floyd talking about absolutely. But then Ryan Garcia, the fighter that he supported, the fighter that he told to come in 3 pounds overweight, the fighter that he gave inside information to beat the black fighter, when asked about what Ryan Garcia said, now this is his response.
You know, Ryan had a big 4th of July week himself. I don't know if you got a chance to see how his Twitter feed was going.
Oh, no. You're not going to get me involved in that. That's not my thing. I'm here to talk about I'm here to stay positive, talk about Camille, what my fighters do, and about me helping my fighters, and me being positive, talking about family, on Mayweather promotions, and that's what I'm here to talk about. Something negative, I don't have nothing to do with it.
Dante's boxing.
You see that? See, when we have these people like this in our society, folks, to my cool Latinos and Jamaicans, we call them niggas out. This isn't just about y'all. This is about our internal traders too. I don't give a fuck how much money Mayweather has. You helped that racist ass Mexican beat a black man from Oakland. You helped him cheat. You laughed in Devin Haney's face when he lost that fight, or when we thought he lost that fight. Then when time comes out for you to answer, what do you think about this racist motherfucker that you were just endorsing 2 weeks ago, by the way? What's up with that? Well, last week. Oh, no. We're going to keep it positive. We're going to keep it positive. Fuck that. You green, you in. Shane Mosley can stay out of it because Shane Mosley wasn't helping that nigga beat Devin Haney. Roy Jones, all the other boxers, they weren't in. You chose to help a rival partner. Ryan Garcia is promoted by Golden Boy Promotions. And you know Golden Boy Promotions, y'all two don't get along. Y'all never have. That boy Oscar's been so racist. Oscar De La Hoya called Al Heyman a monkey in those leaked emails. Never was asked to answer for that. This has been your enemy. This has been your enemy. And you helped your enemy's fighter just so you can have a black fighter not beat your record of a perfect career. Now, when it comes time to talk about this shit, you quiet. Nah, Floyd, keep talking, keep speaking. Where your money at? Where the money phone at? Get on the money phone and call somebody to I don't know, whatever, to denounce Ryan Garcia. We don't allow that shit in our community. That's hip hop. Hip hop is speaking against the bullshit. Hip hop isn't about speaking against marginalized communities. It's about speaking up for black people. And when we have a nigga that don't speak up for black people, he ain't cool. Just like y'all ain't cool for not saying shit about what's going on. Y'all see what's going on in society. Y'all ain't saying shit. Fat Joe, Crazy Legs. I'm holding you motherfuckers to the same standard I'm holding Floyd Mayweather. How about that? If you're going to be part of the culture, if you're part of the culture, if we created this culture 50-50, or whatever the fuck you said, then be a part of the culture. Be down. Be down. Be a part of the culture. Part of the culture got guidelines. And if you don't stick to those guidelines, we're going to have some major shit to talk. We ain't going to let you not stick to the guidelines and be like, oh man, but Floyd's still cool. Well, fuck that. And Floyd's my favorite fighter. My personal favorite fighters in my lifetime to watch: Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones, and Shane Mosley. Those are my three favorites to watch my whole life. Roy Jones when I was a kid, when I first got when I was like 10 or 11 on USA Boxing. Roy Jones is who grew me up, and James Toney, but more so I like James Toney too, but more so Roy Jones. And then when the 2000s hit, right when Roy Jones' prime left, Shane Mosley got me through them years, through the early 2000s, late 90s. Shane Mosley got me through that. And then Pretty Boy Floyd, then later on Money Mayweather. And then after Mayweather, it was Spence. You dig? Those are the fighters that I loved. I've always loved that welterweight division. I love Floyd, man. That Philly shell defense, nigga, that motherfucker be picking off punches. Pow, pow, nigga. Like, what? Floyd in the ring is the GOAT. But pussyfooting outside the ring makes him look like a straight up weenie. And yes, Floyd, you look and sound like a motherfucking weenie. I don't give a damn how good you fight. Still a fucking weenie. Get a chance to stand for your people when it's time to stand for your people, and you, nah, nigga, it ain't no, all I stood for my people last week. Nah, nigga, you get somebody like a Ryan Garcia, somebody you endorse, that's your homie, nigga. You endorsed them. You gotta be a man, at least defend your choices, or just shut the fuck up and leave it all out. You leaked that Devin Haney sparring match. You didn't have to do that. You talk shit to Bill Haney. Bill Haney had to check you about your daughter in Vegas. And I'm not going to get into all that because I don't like talking about people's families. That's between you and Bill Haney. I wasn't there. But those out there, y'all saw the interview in the chat room. Y'all saw the interview. Y'all saw the interview. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. We got over 300 in on Twitter. Another 500 on YouTube. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. We talking about this whole situation. Y'all want to call in? I want to know what y'all think about this shit. I want to know what y'all think about this. Give us a call. 323-744-7425. Speaking of Black American culture, man. Talking to influence. Y'all want to talk influence? Let's go back to talk about influence let's go back to talk about influence in Black American music. Last night at the Bowl, my second concert I went to last night was to see Beck, this British white boy. Oh, that symphony orchestra sounds so goddamn good. Man, if I see a symphony, I am there at the show. I am there. But listen to this off-tune white boy. That's him playing bossa nova. Bossa nova is a sound that comes out of New York also, Black Americans. The same Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker I told y'all about. Their sound merged with Sergio Mendes, and that Brazilian sound is where you get bossa nova from. That's Black American influence played through a white boy. More Black American influence. I want to play. I want to play that video. That video funny. I want to play that video last. That video funny. That video funny. I want to play that one last. Look at this. You got a white boy rapping. A white boy from England trying to rap in his music. It's horrible, ain't it? And when you listen to Beck, most of his music, 99.9% of it, ain't nothing but black 60s blues.
Just clap your hands. Where it's at? Come on. Got two turntables and a microphone. Where it's at?
Where it's at. Remember earlier when I said you want to show cultural influence? You have to show some sort of vernacular, how your vernacular led into another society. This is Black American influence. Where it's at. That is a Black American way of speaking. Where it's at. Hold on, Carter. I'm going to finish this point that I'm getting to you, Carter. The fact that he's saying where it's at.
Just clap your hands.
Just clap your hands. That's a common, just clap your hands where it's at. That goes back to the 60s. Probably before that, but I can say on record the 60s. That's this white boy adopting Black American vernacular. That's what influence means. This is influence. Notice he's not saying bumbleclot. He didn't say bumbleclot. He didn't say red sat. He's trying to sound black. This is what cultural influence is for you people who talk about something. We was dancing at a party in goddamn white jeans and a fake ass Versace shirt smelling like Jacquard Noir #1, 1987 Jamaicans. That's influence, nigga. What's up, Carter? What's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this Ty from Florida, old school.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Man, I respect your knowledge, brother. You know, just like when Microphone Check came out, it was a few niggas online talking about, what is Juan B doing in there? He don't know. You know, he shouldn't be in there. But, see, they don't know what we know about you. You know, you really know your music. You know what I mean? You put me down on a lot. Brought me back to Isaac Hayes and stuff that I grew up on and almost forgotten about till you really enlightened us again. But I definitely respect your game, man, and your knowledge, bro. It's like going to school, you know. Man, and another thing, you know, it's like brothers, you know, my brother, like the Puerto Ricans debate, you know, like they got a creation in hip hop. They didn't help us do anything. Like brother was saying, what did they create afterwards? We do all the new dances. Look at TikTok. All the black all the dances come from black folks. Our young brothers and sisters. Ricans ain't created nothing since. You know, no dance move, no new rap style. You know, we're the culture. And they, like you said, they're just trying to crowbar their way in and try to get some brownie points so they can get that bag at the end of the day. That's why I respect Tariq there. And he went back and captured all those old, you know, the pioneers from the beginning, you know. So that, you know, I'm laying my plane there, brother. But I definitely respect your game and your knowledge, brother, because I'm older, bro. But I learn a lot from you every time I tune into, bro. I love tuning in.
Yes, sir, man. Much love and appreciation, dog.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. You got this white boy back. Yeah, I know he's raised in L.A., but it's got, I said British, I meant Canadian. His dad is Canadian. Canada. That's where his parents are from. Well, at least his dad. I know his dad's like a music dude. I don't know much about his mom. But I know his dad's a music dude. Dave Campbell. And that's a Canadian motherfucker. Like his dad's a composer. And Dave Campbell's a cold motherfucker too. When it comes to compositions, that white Canada actually has like between like David Foster. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Man, Canadians have done more to influence American music than the fucking Caribbean. And I mean that. Now I won't even say they influence. They did bigger shit in American music than anybody from the fucking Caribbean. I can guarantee goddamn to you that. It ain't a motherfucking Caribbean or Latino on earth that did more. I'll put Beck's dad, Dave Campbell, near the top of that list, but also I'll put that white boy. I'm drawing a blank because my father. I'm gonna get to you, Carter. I'm gonna get to you. What's that white boy name that did Whitney Houston? David Foster. That white boy, David Foster. He wrote After the Love Is Gone by Earth and the Fire. He wrote Whitney Houston's. He composed Whitney Houston. Man, I saw my father-in-law about him. Like David Foster was somebody when he used to work with him with Lionel Richie. He'd always be like, "Man, I let David Foster do what the fuck David Foster was gonna do." I mean, I can show you Oscar Peterson in jazz, but let me tell you something why we respect the Canadians and people like that. Whether you talk about David Foster, Beck's dad, David Campbell, or Oscar Peterson or Remy Shand. I love Remy Shand, that white boy. They are the first to tell you this is our version of Black American culture. When you say that, we can get down there. Let's make something groovy we can dance to. But don't take our shit, because if you ain't giving us shit, like you saw Beck. You saw Beck inserting Black American language into white music. That's influence. He didn't speak no goddamn patois. What's up, Carter? What's his name? Where you calling from?
How you doing, my brother? This is Rod. I am calling from Bowling Green, Kentucky, by way of Austin, Texas. Man, I'm out of Austin, man. I'm up here working.
Oh, you up in Austin? And, so you far away from the hurricane, so you good.
Yeah, I'm from Austin, but I'm up here in Bowling Green, up in Kentucky, working, man.
Oh, you're up in Kentucky?
But yeah,
man.
so I'm
best up to you.
No, I'm from Austin. I'm from Austin. I'm from Austin, Texas. I'm just up here working.
Yeah.
So I might have said it backwards. My bad. Hey, first of all, Foundation of Black Americans, man, real talk. So this deal with the Mexican, man, you know, this is crazy, man. You know, this is crazy. A Dauphine Mexican, juiced up, talking shit, knowing he got his ass whooped, and then it don't surprise me what he said. My son-in-law was asking me about that. I'm like, I said, dude, do it surprise you that the Mexican is like that? Do that surprise you? We already know that. You know what I'm saying? And then when I seen you talking about what Mayweather on there for him to do that was really ugly, man. You know, because when he was over there, when he was over there overseas, man, and going through all this shit, man, the brothers, we was really standing toe to toe for him. Then he gonna come over here and bag down like that, man. That's, you know, but that's what these cats do, man. It's really ugly, man. It's
ugly.
You know, that's you know what I'm saying?
It's ugly.
So,
these niggas look weak as fuck, dog. Like, I mean, this is a black man. Even though that's not me, dog, he still represent me because he wearing my uniform. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And to see that shit is kind of, man.
Yeah, and because as outspoken as he is. Now, I know, you know, he tried to get away from that shit, but being the fact, like you were saying, being the fact that this dude is rocking with your enemy, you turn around, you give him the tape to embarrass Haney. You know what I'm saying? I know Bill be kind of, you know, bumping a little bit. I understand that. But you give him the tape. I didn't know, like you just said, that he the one told me to come in 3 pounds over. I didn't know that.
Yep, that was his advice.
So you go in there, you juiced up. You already letting the world know you can't whoop the man because you came in there on that dope. And you a dope fiend. You's a dope fiend Mexican, dog. What you is. So hey man, I'm glad you rocking today, man. I just wanted to throw that in there, man. Black Power, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have a good one.
Already. I will.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, that's why we gotta these snakes be making little moves and disappearing. We gotta keep the memory of their bullshit alive. I got a good memory too, Floyd, and you got a long line of bullshit. And I'm not one to say, because that one black man made a lot of money, is good for all black people. Nah, fuck that. And I'm not gonna hate on nobody's money either. But I for damn sure ain't gonna glorify your money. That's your money. Spend it all you want. I'm not gonna pocket watch. I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money. I'm not gonna. I want you to make more money. I root for you to make more money because you know. But I don't give a fuck about your money at the end of the day. That's not gonna stop me from saying what I gotta say. Only thing that stops money. Only thing somebody having money. This one part about it. These motherfuckers that just have money. They ain't even got to give you none. Just the fact that they have money will shut 90% of you hoe ass niggas up. Man, I don't know. Man, Floyd saw you, man. He wouldn't piss on you if he was on fire. What's up, Carter? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Hurt, bro. How's it going, Big Blonde?
It's all good, man. How about yourself?
All right, brother. Yeah, man. You know, they say where it's at. Back in the day, they used to say that Maverick's Flat was where it's at.
Yeah, back in
Remember that
the
one?
back in the Maverick on Stalker and Crenshaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, but you know, those of us who live out here in LA, we're not surprised of Ryan Garcia's behavior, you know. And it doesn't make anything better when you got people like Floyd, you know, having his back and all that. That's the ugly reality that we've kind of faced out here as black folk in Los Angeles, California, you know.
Yep.
I remember back in the 80s when you know, we pretty much had the economic element in our community pretty much by the tail and had a little control. And I remember back in the late 80s, early 90s when there was a black exodus to the South. And a lot of black folks sold their businesses to Latinos. Mm-hmm. You know, we used to be very big in the housekeeping industry out here. Maintenance.
My grandmother was one.
You know, yeah, we had a whole. We pretty much had that industry on lock, and then all of a sudden, you know, I don't know what happened, but
they undercut us. What happened? This is what happened when that. Mm-hmm. It wasn't necessarily black people were didn't necessarily want it. They were forced out. When they brought in all of those Mexicans. They came in. I remember seeing it right in front of my face in the '80s on 58th and Broadway.
Yeah, I lived through it. Right.
Yeah,
right.
how I remember listening to my grandmother, listening to my father. The black person that was cutting grass would say $25 a week. Just some throwing number out there. If the black man that cut grass is $25 a week, the Mexican was $10 a week, and that's how it happened. Right. You know, over time he kept getting undercut because you know the black man's expenses are going to be in alignment with where he lives. He got to feed himself. You know what I mean? But you have somebody coming across the border.
Industry rates.
Yeah, and you got somebody coming across the border who never made $2 an hour. So $10 an hour to them is grand, but it's still $15 an hour less than what your uncle was going to charge. So they had to then go ahead. There was so because you had a new economic. I remember my dad experiences when my dad was a truck driver and he worked like in the food industry, food service delivering industry. And how every time they went on a strike for better pay, they would let black folks go and bring in Mexicans, and the Mexicans would basically work for nothing. And so every time one black man got in an accident or something happened to where they get halfway fire him, they let him go and bring a Mexican in for half the pay. And that's just what happened. Right. And over time, you know, you protract that over a 10, 15, 20-year period. You go from, I'm sure you remember this, 1990, when you used to drive past the construction sites in LA, 90% of them were black. All of the when you would go to the department, the DMV with your mom or your dad, all the workers were black. The courthouse, county buildings, everything was black in 1990. But then when 2000 hit, you saw you may have 10% black people on a construction site and 90% Mexicans. And then now you went from 100% black people in the courthouse, city jobs, Department of Motor Vehicles. You go from us being, it used to be say like 92% because all the white folks would still be managers at those places for some reason. But you would see us go from 95% at the courthouse in these jobs to by the time 2000 hit, we now 60% to where now in 2010, when it came to the courthouse and the DMV, we were 40% to where 2022, not only are we down to being less than 10% of those jobs, it's now what we're experiencing right now is the Mexicans who took our jobs. What they're going through is when it comes down for management positions, they're getting bumped out the way by Asians. They're giving Asians like you going to the Torrance DMV, you go to all the DMVs. Inglewood, they're keeping that shit still black. Hawthorne, you go to these places, you're going to see the courthouse. You're going to see Asian upper management Latino workforce, black people in the male
Right.
division. And that's what we're doing. And that's what people around the country got to
Right.
understand as they get more and more numbers. It's not that black people are weak. It's not that they're strong. It's just that the way the
Right.
country, the people who engineer and socially engineer the country, that's their
Right.
grand design. But I cut your time off,
And
man. Go
that's
ahead and say what you
what
got to say.
no, that's what I try to warn, my kinfolk down in Memphis, Tennessee. Look, when these people come in, I mean, you liking them now, you talking about how they look and how nice they look and all this and how nice they are. I said, but let me tell you something. When they group up on you, they're going to do everything they can to shut you down and marginalize you.
Yep.
And I always tell them that we went through that, and they're going to try to implement, the strategy that in Memphis that they did in Los Angeles. So, I'm always trying to put them on, keep them up on game and keep them on the alert. That coupled with the rebellion, the LA rebellion that took place, that just made matters worse,
That war speeded it.
Yeah.
I remember when the riot happened, I looked up one day,
Mhm.
I was like, Grandmama, where
Mhm.
these Mexicans come from? Because I
Mhm.
stayed with my parents closer to Crenshaw, but I was always at my grandparents' house on Main and Slauson. And
Right.
I remember like most of our neighbors in 1990 being black. Then riots happened, and then when 93 hit, I was like, Miss Jackson gone, Miss Evans gone, Mr. Tucker's
Mhm.
gone, Mr. Abernathy
Mm.
gone. And then you looked up, the block went from when I was a kid being 100% black to when I was older, when I was by the time 7 or 8, it was an 80, it was a 90, 95% black to like 93, 50 black.
Mm.
We still own them house.
Mhm.
We still own property over there. Now that shit is nigga,
Yeah.
whoever the fuck I'm renting that house out to black and maybe one other black person on the block.
Right. Yeah, man, I used to party in Baldwin Hills so much. Baldwin Hills, View Park, Ladera Heights. That was blackety black, blickety black.
Whites and nations are coming in there now.
Yeah, jazz. When I drive down Crenshaw, Dwan, I just sometimes brother want to shed a tear, man, because I remember the whole block was black. You know what I'm saying? Total Experience.
I got the Mavericks fight on screen right now. Where it's at?
Yeah. Pied Piper. Freddie Jett was a real big dude back then. He owned a lot of that property on Crenshaw. You remember him, Freddie Jett? Yeah. A brother that's not that. He's pretty much a black knight that's unsung. A black knight from the community that's pretty much unsung that owned a lot of property. He passed on, and yeah. But well, all we can do is just hope for the best, brother.
It is what it is, man. Look, whatever's happening with us needs to happen, and we're gonna find a way like we always do. That's how I look at it, man. But thanks for giving us a call.
All right, good brother. Peace.
Yes, sir. See, I don't look at this shit as death, doom, and gloom, y'all. I don't. These people gonna be who the fuck they gonna be. I don't care. Let them be it. Let them be it. Because throughout my study of history, we always come back like we always find a way, is what I'm trying to say. You dig what I'm saying? I'm over here looking up I've been over here looking at my family tree today. And I'm over here tracing my lineage back. And I see people who were born. I'm looking at people that was black and Native American going back to the 1700s. That's crazy. But yeah, anyway, that's why I have this but that's why I have these conversations. That's why I have these talks. I do this because we as a people have a lot to hold on to. When Your family lineage goes back into America this deep, like mine does. I got something to fucking fight for. And can't no Dr. Cologne, Jet Fat Joe, Crazy Legs, can't none of these weirdos come around, Busta Rhymes, and take it from me. Fuck that. I was doing some ancestry history today. Look at this shit. This is my 8th grandfather. Abraham, man of color, Scott. Scott. That means it's a good chance he's probably an original Scot from Scotland. Because the original the Scots were black. The Scottish were white. The last name Scott lets me know that it's more likely he came from England than he did from Africa. Or married somebody. That's Scott. And if you read Dr. Clyde Winter's books, you know that black Americans have just as much of a foothold in England than we do here. Married Abraham, man of color of Scott. And he married Mary Elizabetha. She was a Native American. Mind you, this is in the 1700s. This is 150 years before the Dawes Rolls. Okay? These are 150 years before the Dawes Rolls. All right? This is why I fight the way I fight. Nigga, family bloodline in this land go back a long way. And that's only one line. That's only one line. Mind you, go back 4 generations, you got 16 lines of families. 16. You go back 4 lineages, four generations, that is 16 lineages that you have to look up. That's just one of my lineages. That's not even the lineage that had the 4th of July weekend shindig this past weekend. One day I'm gonna make it out there. One day I'm gonna make it out there. One day I'm gonna make it out there. But I've been paying attention to my Facebook. My family had their 101st family reunion this past weekend. They had church this morning. This is my family. I met some of them here in LA, but I've never gone back to the family land in Indiana. This is all I see a day ago. I've just been watching them on Facebook. 101st homecoming of Robert Settlement. I know the LA ones. I don't know. It's a big ass family. I don't know most of them. I know some of them. But they just had their 101st homecoming family reunion on land that my family owned when they left Virginia in the 1836 and moved to Indiana as free black people. And if you want to know more about that bloodline and about my family, you can get it in this book right here. It's called Southern Seed, Northern Soil. It's a book about free black societies in the Carolinas and Virginia that were free during the times of slavery, but after that ton of revolt, their freedom was in question, in jeopardy. So they packed up and moved to Indiana. And we have, look at this, talking about how much goddamn land we owning and shit. Yeah, so my family's actually in the book. So yeah, this is real history, folks. This is real history. And if people going around saying that black Americans don't have no culture, and I want to end by that. You see my family history? You see that shit? And then I got knowing all this about myself, know all these things about my family history, know all this good shit. I gotta listen to motherfuckers like Busta Rhymes say Black Americans don't have no culture. What in the entire fuck? So, Busta Rhymes, Mr. Black Americans have no culture. He want to talk shit about Black Americans. Now look at him. Look at you. This is Busta Rhymes at Essence Fest this past weekend. Listen. Look at this shit.
Hey yo, fuck them camera phones too. Let's get back to interacting like humans. Put them weird ass devices down.
Well, nigga,
I ain't from that era. Them shits don't control the soul. Fuck your phone. Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you very much. I will point every last one of y'all out until y'all asses is up. 33 years of doing this shit, I ain't used to niggas sitting down at my show. I don't give a fuck.
You know what it
All
is,
age
Busta?
groups, get your ass up.
You at Essence Fest. Look, and this is no disrespect. This is no disrespect to the hip hop audience, but genuine hip hop audience, the Black American hip hop audience, we listen to hip hop R&B equally as much. But a lot of tethers only really fuck with hip hop. They don't really fuck with the rest of that stuff. But at the same time, even though we listen to it, you go to a place like Essence Fest. Essence Fest is a place that attracts live music acts. And I was thinking this year, this is the 30-year anniversary of Essence Fest. It's the 20-year anniversary of the first time I went to Essence Fest. I was like, my first time ever at Essence Fest was 2004. Yeah. 2004 was my first time at Essence Fest. Frankie Beverly Mays was closing it out. Man, that shit was dope. So the Essence Fest audience kind of is a little, although they may appreciate you Busta Rhymes, your kind of music don't necessarily move the Essence Fest crowd the way it moves the pure hip hop crowd. So that's your first problem right there.
Now, I see you, beautiful queen. Get up too. Fuck going on? Everybody up top too. Get your big head asses up. Look, the reason why there will be zero tolerance for bullshit energy in here is because this is my first time in New Orleans at the fucking 30-year anniversary of the Essence Festival. This
Nobody's in there to see you. That's because Essence Fest, not only do they have the main stage, but they also got the lounges. And so the people are figuring they're over there. The people figure, hell, I'm better off in one of the super lounges than listening to you, Busta.
Brother first time, and it's my other brother first time. That's right. Make me feel like we home. Hey, yo!
Y'all was at Rock the Mic too.
You want to turn it up? Say turn it up. Say turn it up.
So that's what he's dealing with. But why is that? Why is Essence Fest so corny? Why is Lil Wayne and Busta even at Essence Fest? I saw this tweet that I saved, and I looked it up. I forgot she is the new editor, Constance White, and the new executive editor. Non-Black Americans. Wonder why Essence Fest is so terrible now. And it's not to vilify non-Black Americans, not to vilify y'all at all. But it's the reason why Essence Magazine is dead. Black Americans have a certain flavor to our culture. We got a certain woompty wham boomty bam to what we do. We got a certain woompty wham boomty bam to how we get down. It's unique. It's a sauce. And Jamaicans have their own sauce. It got jerk in it. You know? Nigerians, every people got their own sauce. And I'm not gonna sit here and rank people's sauce, but we make our sauce minding our own fucking business. It's the rest of y'all that say y'all like it. We don't make it for you motherfuckers. We make it for us. Y'all the ones that come in and be like, I want a part of that. And then be like Busta Rhymes, turn around and say, but y'all ain't got no culture. That's a good question, Ashana. Why isn't he with the Latinos? Like that nigga didn't I don't see are they gonna invite Busta to Univision Fest, nigga? Or whatever festivals they got? So today has been a masterclass in tracing culture. Yes, there have been Jamaicans around, but the Jamaicans that were there were speaking in a Black American vernacular. They were dressing like Black Americans. They were doing Black American music. They were playing Black American instruments. You don't see no. Show me a steel drum in a Busta Rhymes song. Not just one song, in a lineage of songs throughout albums, and show me where that steel drum left the Busta Rhymes sound, and then went into other artists like Kendrick Lamar and whoever else. Nigga ain't had not one merengue box. Nigga, Fat Joe ain't had no timbales get passed down and none of that. Y'all got all kind of instruments and sounds and shit that's native to your culture. And ain't none of that shit an integral part of hip hop. While at the same time, we can turn around and see that when we watch these shows, when I play those videos I played earlier, we don't see no influence from y'all. I don't see no influence from y'all. I'm looking for y'all influence. I'm looking for y'all influence. That's comment on stage. I'm still looking for influence. Looking for your influence. I'm still looking for your influence. I don't see no influence. Well, not that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need everybody in the entire stadium say yeah, say yeah, say oh yeah, say oh yeah. Come on now.
I don't see no influence.
We are Arrested Development here with the Mighty Roots crew. How y'all feeling out there tonight? Yeah, I need some time to ease my mind. I need some time to ease my mind. I need some time.
And then songs like by Arrested Development, songs like Everyday People, that was a Sly and the Family Stone remake. That's all it was. It was Sly and the Family Stone. With one nigga saying, oh, la, 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 some shit you never heard again in hip hop. That was 30 years ago. So no. Do you guys have a one-off, an aberration here or there where somebody may say, oh, la, 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 la. Or do you have a one-off where Fat Joe may say, Borica, they're that Morena, but even he was still talking about black Boricuas because he said Morena. You had that one-off Boricua, Morena. Y'all weren't even rolling your R's in that. It was Boricua, Morena. That's how I remember it being phrased. I don't remember them niggas rolling their R's. They wouldn't. Fat Joe was saying Borica, Morena. None of that, nigga. But I do hear that 5% Nation piece of the God. That's all them niggas talk. And I heard that through a lot of songs, not just Brand Nubian. I heard that through. You hear the gospel influence. You definitely the church is influencing hip hop. What's the name say? What's that song go? What's that Ja Rule song? I'm not always there when you want, but I'm always on time. Baby, be mine. That's an old gospel line. The Lord may not be there when you want, but God is always on time. Ja Rule just took the church, the black church, and put it into a song. And I know a lot of y'all Latinos love that song. I be hearing y'all all the time when I go to the East Side. Y'all be saying shit all the time. Not always you want, but I'm always on time. Now, baby, be mine. Fucking hate Ja Rule. I thank God for 50 Cent for ending that nigga's career. God damn, I couldn't stand his music. Now, baby, be mine. But that's church. The Lord ain't always where you want, but he's always on time. That's why we must understand one thing. Understand one thing. Don't be a hoe. You a hoe ass motherfucker if you think that you could take some ancillary fringe things that Latinos and Jamaicans did within hip hop and think that entitles you to some kind of goddamn ownership. You better know your fucking place. You don't own hip hop no more than Beck owns that bullshit he was playing last night. You participate in a culture that we create. You make some money off of it. Be happy and go home and shut the fuck up. Have some goddamn respect. Don't be a motherfucking hoe. Because we've had people come in our culture and have success and still ignite. You can play some of our music, have a little bit of success, and not trip. That's possible. To just come in and have a little bit of success and be you. Now you've had groups that have done that. Groups like an average white band. You had white boys make music this goddamn funky and soulful. Wait, I gotta get that. I gotta get that intro. You got white boys that made music like this. Come on now. Average white band wasn't going around saying, this is our culture. They said, nah, thank you, black people, for creating a mold of music that we can survive and pocket in. You know, you had groups like Tower of Power that was Latino and black and white. And they created some dope ass goddamn music. Shit like this. So very hard to go. Come on now, let me measure. Come on now, let me get to a part.
Doing to me, girl. Even though my heart aches.
That good old Tower of Power. Soul Vaccination. What is hip? Talk about hip hop? Look, y'all want to talk about hip hop. The word hip is Black American vernacular. What y'all know about that? Y'all niggas too young for that shit. What? It's the end that I like. It's this part as a drummer. It's this part. It's this part right here as a drummer. This is the part right here. Man, I wish I could play the whole goddamn song. I wish I could play the whole song. As a drummer, I used to fuck that song up. But we thank Tower of Power, a Latino, white, and black mixture of a band that never once claimed it as their culture. One of their best songs that they do live is a song called I'm Still Digging on James Brown. And all they told the show, they talk about James Brown, James Brown, James Brown. We've always had people participate in our culture in our different forms of music. But you motherfuckers like Fat Joe and Crazy Legs are getting out of, and Busta Rhymes, Pete Rock, you motherfuckers got out of line. And it's time you get back in line or we gonna be on your ass. All right? But it's hot as fuck. And I gotta get into my room with the air conditioner. I got air conditioning in this room, but it ain't set up. I appreciate the Cash App, May Thornton. I appreciate the Cash App Hurt going. I mean the super chat. He ain't there when you need him, but he right on time. That's right, brother. Thank you for the love offering. And for those of you watching now and those of you watch later, hit the love offering. Hit the love offering. $ DeJuan Brown. It's Sunday. Let a nigga know you love him. You dig? All right? I'm about to get up out of here. Remember this. There are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. Hip-hop is Black Americans completely 100%. And if y'all were not there, we'd still be fine with hip-hop. And if you weren't there as a consumer, we'd still be fine as hip-hop because real hip-hop, real soul music, real black music don't give a fuck about no goddamn charts. Real soul music is Frankie Beverly and Maze. Never got to the top of the charts, never won an award, but he's about to take the stage tonight at Essence Fest and receive his flowers because black people love him. And everywhere he goes, he sells out arenas. It don't matter what the fuck the charts say. We've been supporting our own the whole time. We'll continue to support our own. As a matter of fact, the only reason why a black artist even gets to the point to where y'all can hear them is because we validated them first. When they don't come in through our ranks, y'all don't even fuck with them. Because y'all racist as fuck. All right? My name is DeJuan, and remember this, I already said it. Go to DeJuanB.com and all that good shit. And if you want to advertise, hit me up. I'm back to taking in ads, all right? Y'all have a good one. I'm out.